This is Awkward Parker here, Mr. 8 Bars right here, and this is our very last episode for Legend of Korra review.
Yeah.
No more Korra after this.
No, ever.
I don't know what we're going to do for next week, but there will be a video every Tuesday and Thursday, so subscribe. I will say that. But last episode, Legend of Korra. Finale.
Series finale.
They put 2 episodes in one. So it was a lot. It was a lot to deal with.
A lot.
And they decided to go out with a bang.
Action packed.
We got not only just online, they did a marathon
on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, like the whole thing. They was trying to, all this talk about we're not going to show it on TV, and they put everything on there, including the last episode.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do after this. I mean, I don't know what shows that can top this.
Just feel lost.
I don't know. I mean, it's such a thing. I gotta give it to the creators of the show, the writers, the people who does all the stuff with the CGI animation. We're not gonna get a show like this ever again. You know, unless these same people make it. You know,
seriously.
I don't know what they could top this. I don't know what they could do that can top this at all. One of the things I gotta say about this episode was Prince Wu.
Yeah, Prince Wu.
And the Badgermoles. One of the things that stood out with this episode was that,
he's competent.
He came to the table and brung it. Like, he brought a lot to the table this episode, and it was just crazy to see this guy who was like this spoiled kid, all about himself.
Where's my crown?
Yeah. And this episode, he's leading people.
Yeah.
He's actually being a leader.
A good leader.
Like,
he's actually thinking about them instead of himself.
Right, and he had his little ulterior motives a couple epics ago.
But now it
was no need for that.
He's just there now.
Yeah. And I mean, so for him to be, take charge and not run away. I mean, jeez,
that was real character growth.
He had a lot. He had a big arc in this show. I mean, it was small compared to a lot of other people, but to see his growth from the first episode of the season till now, I mean, you kind of fell in love with the guy because he wasn't like one of the main characters that we've been seeing for past 4 seasons. Yeah. But for one season,
he was critical.
Yeah, but for one season. So, he got this major change from first episode to now. That was really, well done. If you wasn't a Wu fan before, you are now because
I wasn't.
I know you wasn't. I was.
Now.
I was. I was. I will say that right now. I was a Wu fan for life. He did the Badgermole song. It was horrible, but somehow the Badgermoles like his singing, and they understand him. And I didn't know that about the Badgermole, that they're one of the best earthbenders.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that. And
that goes back to the first series.
Well, yeah.
With the secret tunnel.
Listen to him. They even ran. He sung again once they, got caught. Yeah. And you thought, they're leaving. And they just looked at each other and went to separate ways. And, one of the guys like, you're singing so horrible that your moles ran away.
Then they come out the ground and tackle him down.
Yeah, and it's like, who's like, you don't know what they're talking about. And here they come, just show up, and they just destroyed them so easily. I'm like, we should have Badgermoles like around a lot.
Like a Badgermole army.
Yeah, I mean, we talking about how to destroy the suits, those
the
mech suits. I mean, why not just have a bunch of Badgermoles? Like, that could have been done easily. Just to get a whole group of them, just destroy everything. Come on. Maybe could have took out the big robot that...
Wow, about that.
Yeah, but hey, it could have been worth a shot. Along with this episode, we get our boy Milo.
Yeah.
Like, he's been trying to get...
He wanted his moment.
Yeah, and he had a moment. A major moment, which helped. I mean, he really had a moment. Like, and everybody's thinking he's a little kid, and... It's one of those things that, sometimes you got to listen to the kid. Sometimes the kid knows a little bit more than some adults.
Especially since last episode, he didn't get to go on that
mission. Right. And
so he got to shine a little bit.
And he showed him like, hey, I know some stuff.
With a really good idea too.
And everybody's like, what are you talking about? What are you doing? And he decided, oh, let's get this paint and, use it as, so they can't see. Just cover the eyes.
Cover the
windows while they're flying around and stuff. And nobody thought about that. Nobody even because he saw paint and just thought, let's do it.
Yeah.
Follow me. And I was surprised that everybody really, listened to him. Yeah. But I think at this moment, any type of good idea is needed. No matter how dumb, any type of thing just to destroy this mecha suit that they need to be done. So I think they was taking any ideas at that point. The fact of, we have Milo with that idea, we get the big moment with everyone trying to take down the mecha suit that Kuvera's in.
Yeah, swarming it.
Just swarming it. And me personally, I thought it looked like Attack on Titans type of view. You had them on top of the building, just fire up, and then go attack. And you had the suit, coming in, swiping, and everything like that. And, doing certain little things that reminded me of a Titan, And, it worked. They did a little bit. And for the most part, it worked on their side.
Yeah.
They tried to do the tripping the legs. But
hot foot.
Yeah, that didn't work. So, Bolin just did the hot foot and see if that worked. But, it worked a little bit. But not all that much. Yeah. Not all that much. But Kuvera, being such a good metal bender, that mega suit did not fall over like they was hoping for. She stood her ground.
Was that her bending the wire, or was
No, I think
the mecha was just too strong?
I think it was too strong. She was really, holding it together. That's why I think because she could have fell over, but she stood her ground. She really stood her ground, and that just showed how good she really is. She's really that damn good of a metal bender. I have to hand it to her. She knows her stuff, and for her to be able to move the whole suit without touching anything, just to use her whole body as just one with the suit,
skills.
A lot of skills. Yeah. A lot of skills. You can't... She don't know all the mechanics about things and how things work, but she can feel metal.
Move.
Yeah. She's good. She
even said she felt metal bending in it, so...
Yeah, she could feel other metal benders. Yeah. When have you heard that before? Like
maybe tough. But
but feeling but once again, it was like that Star Wars moment. Like I could feel the Force. Sense in the Force. Yeah, disturbance. She could do that. It's disturbance in the Force. It was another reference in that too with everything. We get to that in a little bit, but during this whole ordeal, we have Varric and Julie. Now. Julie, is just waiting for Varric to just say it already.
Yeah.
And we get the arc too with Varric. We come from season 1 to season 4 now.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of growth. There's a lot of growth in him.
Completely selfish.
Yes, and in this moment he was selfless and he gave in to his feelings, and he was trying to explain to Julie about
taking Mrs. Beaks.
Yeah, it's all about taking things for granted, but it was his all around the world way of saying how he felt about her, and he just took her for granted, and he proposed.
He did,
and he had the ring made and everything. He was ready. I think he's been ready for a while now. I think ever since
she came back.
Once she came back, not even that, just when we thought she betrayed him. I think his feelings really came out right then.
That'll do it to you.
Yeah, because you realize what was going on, what I took for granted.
Once it's gone,
Yeah, you can't get that back, but lucky for him, he got it back. So, kudos to him. Not everybody could do that.
Not everyone's that lucky.
Not everybody could do that. So, everybody's, another thing that was really cool about this episode is that, once again, we need all the help we could get. And Beifong springs out Asami's dad. Yeah. I didn't see that coming. Yeah. I was hoping, maybe Toph. But he showed up and was like, okay, this could work. And
because they had tech they needed to overcome.
Right.
So they got more geniuses.
And, this is definitely a redemption situation.
It was.
And I felt it was going to happen. Something was going to happen. And with him, he wanted his forgiveness. Yeah, I mean, he already had it from his daughter, but he wanted everyone else's.
Yeah, he wanted to get back to the entire city.
Because he loved it. Even though he tried to do something, scheming on his side, he always loved the city.
Yeah.
He grew up
his
there.
His morals were always for the city.
Yeah. So
he got to.
He don't want to see destroyed. Yeah. So he wanted. I don't think he wanted to go out as a hero, but in a weird way, he did. I think he
wanted to make sure they succeeded.
He redeemed himself a whole lot, and they had to change their little hummingbirds.
Yeah, the hummingbird devices.
They try to help, try to get them with lasers on it, so they cut a
found
hole
a way to turn it into a plasma saw.
Yeah,
cut through platinum.
Yeah, because if they, that was the only way to get in to stop Kuvira, is to get inside, because stopping it from the outside wasn't working.
Yeah.
So they had to get inside, and Kuvira's too fast with everything, and all the swiping and everything when they were trying to do to divert the attention. Him and Asami was in the same hummingbird, and he jettisoned her seat out, and he took the L. He took the L for the team.
He needed the extra time to get the hole open.
Yeah, and he did.
And he didn't want to sacrifice his daughter either.
No. And he did, but he saved. Thanks to him, it was sad. It was a bittersweet, because it's like he finally got his you could tell he was happy, at least.
His redemption.
Yeah, he got his redemption, but he was happy that he had that moment with his daughter, and that he had played a part in trying to save his city.
Yeah.
So, in a weird way, it's like, it was better than going back into a cell. A whole lot better, So, I mean, he went out as a hero, and that's what he wanted to be originally, thought of as a hero, but he just went about it the wrong way. Yeah. We get the fight. We get to see the fight with Kuvira
versus
and Korra, which was pretty good. She was ready. They were ready. Yeah. Korra this time, she was like, okay, I'm not losing.
Yeah,
I'm not losing.
Determined to not lose.
Right. And it was pretty good. I mean, for a fight inside of a small quarter, it was a close quarters combat. Yeah. I mean, for that type of fight in that much of a space, pretty damn good. I'm surprised it didn't, fall out of the thing, but
crack some windows or something. But
yeah, and
they still did damage.
And she had and Kuvira had the liquid metal ready. It was like, damn. And then she threw it at Korra, and she caught it. She was like, man, I got this.
Threw it right
and
back.
Bam. Korra, she was ready from the last time. She ain't playing no games. She knew she ain't gonna let this face her. She was gonna get the job done. And right around that same time, we have
two teams of siblings.
Yep. And we have Mako and Bolin to try to turn the machine off at the same time.
At the power source.
It didn't work. So our boy Mako, he tried to take that L for the team. Once again, there's a lot of people trying to sacrifice themselves, and he tried to do the same thing.
But I mean, he wasn't trying to sacrifice, but he only saw that as the only option. That's the only option he had. Yeah.
I mean, but he did it, but he, lucky for Bolin got him out of there in time.
Yeah.
He got him out of there in time. So, I mean, that's a good thing. And then we had
Lin and Sue taking down the gun.
That was pretty cool. That was another one was kind of like a Death Star type of thing going on. And they completed the task. Like, they worked good as a team. Even though they had a little...
They disabled the arm.
Right.
And then Kuvira just rips it off.
That was crazy. She just like... She kind of just like, just picked it up and just yanked it right off and just threw it like nothing. Like nothing happened.
That's like her whole mindset.
Yeah.
If it's not working for her anymore, she'll cut it off.
And the girls was in there, and luckily they survived, but it was like, wow. The way Kuvira just ripped that thing off, I felt kind of like my arm got ripped off. I was like, jeez, like, you could have, like, warned us a little bit about that. So with that, we had the moment where, with that fight, we The fight was pretty good. So, Mako saved us. You know, he helped everything out because the
overloading the power.
Right. And
causing it to explode.
I thought it was going to just destroy everything. The way
it was a weird explosion.
The way it looked, I thought it was going to just destroy everything.
Because the way it's been exploding this whole season.
Yeah. You thought that's be the end all be all right here. This is done. We're about to be over with. We're about to go to overkill. But we didn't. It had like a weird type of
horizontal
thing. Yeah. So weird. I mean, Korra and Kuvira out of the mech suit now. And I'm thinking, okay, we about to fight. We about to get into a fight. We about to get into it. She runs away. She runs into the woods, to the vines area. I thought the vines.
When she did that.
Yeah.
I swore up and down the spirits were gonna get her.
I did too. I thought like the vines was like, we got the one that we want here. Somewhere on the other side, on the other side of town, you got Toffee was like, yep, that's the one. Telling the vines to go get that one. But the blaster from the mech suit was hanging around,
landed in the spirit,
and it still had like one in the chamber, really, extra power, and that power, she just, once again, Kuvira don't know how to work things like that, so she just pushes stuff, and it just blew up everything.
She fired it with the round that was in it,
right,
and then that fed the spirit vines around there.
But yeah, because it's all spirit, it's all the spirit vine into the spirit vine, and
it overloaded the cannon.
It was amazing. The artwork, the graphics of that thing, just wow. I really thought, okay, right now everybody about to die again. Yeah. But Korra showing how powerful she really is.
Like Zahir told her.
Yeah, and she absorbed it in a way. She just contained it in that area. Didn't let it go bigger, and it's like she made sure that no one died. No one else could be hurt. And luckily the city was, evacuated because who knows who would have been injured. But she contained it. And so right then and there.
Instead of the city blowing up.
Right. And she contained it though.
Made a whole new.
Yeah, a portal was made. A portal. Another portal into the spirit world. Now that's just right there like a night light. Now imagine you trying to go to sleep. But you can't sleep because the damn thing's still on. And it can't turn off.
Turn the portal off.
We
can. It's the portal.
So everybody has to have one of those dark shades every night to go to sleep. It's up there every day. And at night. It's ridiculous. But now we got more spirits showed up. Everything's more open now. But you got this big gaping hole, but I guess they're going to build around the city and add extra. So
they're not going to rebuild downtown.
Yeah, there's no need to. Yeah, just go around it. Alone, Yeah, I can see them making a little dome, or not a dome, but like a big old cement
a reserve or something
thing around. Yeah, So that was pretty cool to see, and it was just wow, just amazing. But I was hoping for that real fight between Kuvira and Korra at the end. And we didn't get it.
No. We got a heart to heart.
Heart to heart. A heart to heart. Not a big epic fight.
But we kind of knew that was coming though.
I didn't honestly.
Remember, Toph in the Swamp was like, figure out what it is they want, because everyone wants something that's
and Kuvira was all about.
They just go too far with it.
And her whole thing is about her being lonely and vulnerable, and because she was adopted or her parents didn't want her, all that stuff. And she looked at that for her city.
She was cast aside by her parents.
But
she couldn't stand to see the same thing happen to her country and people.
So you mean to tell me all this could have been avoided with a freaking heart to heart
and a hug?
A hug. But you know what? Kuvira surrendered because right before that, she saw what real power is. Yeah. She saw what Korra was doing, and she, how she contained everything. Like, come on now, that could have killed anybody. But the fact that Korra had that power to contain it, to hold that shit down, She was like, okay, I give up. Even though I know I can do good with metal bending, but anybody who take that type of shit
she
and
had
live
more power than
yeah,
she'd ever seen. So
and she surrendered. She, hey, I go lock me up. I know I fucked up. Let's go. But I feel like if they was ever in the comics, whatever, they could always go to her and say, hey, something's going on. We don't want to do this, but we might need your help. Type of thing. Because if you look at it, she'd be a great anti-hero or type of thing. If they had like a little story
series,
like a Ronin type of thing, like she's trying to redeem herself type of thing. I can see a Ronin type of character with her.
I would rather Zahir in that storyline.
True. I mean, yeah, but
he is too much of a wild card. So
but with Kavera the way she is, I can see like a Ronin type of storyline if they ever did one in the books, whatever. But beyond that, there's the wedding with very
Blackstone Barrick.
Yeah.
Julie Moon.
That was something else.
Of the Southern Water Tribe.
And Bolden had that little, thing like, hey, if you could get a girlfriend, get married, anybody could do it. I like that little, he didn't say it in that order, but he said it in some type of way, that form.
And the at times inexplicable.
And
which it was.
Yeah. It was, wow. And
I didn't think that was going to happen.
They did it, though. They did it. One of the things, the major thing out of everything that everyone's been talking about.
Everybody and their mom who saw it.
Korra and Asami. Wow. I really don't want to judge too much and put too much into it. It's still early. We don't know. But from what everyone saw, things was we touched on this.
We did touch on it a few episodes
when it first started back up. And let's be honest again, things was a little interesting, I should say. Korra and Asami basically was like, I couldn't, she had a little thing about, I don't think I could have took losing my dad and losing you in the same day. But I'm thinking, hey, Mako almost died damn self. Hey, Mako get no love now. And they say, oh, any place you want to go, just you and I, just me and you. Okay, that's fine. But when they got into that portal, when they start walking, I mean, they held hands. Like, I can understand people can say they're best friends. Yeah, like, you can say they're best friends or whatnot, but let's be honest. Hey, I see a little bit more there. But who knows what's the situation? Best friends, bisexual, lesbian. Either way,
I mean,
it didn't bother me.
Everybody's freaking out about it.
Yeah.
You're going crazy. I really didn't care.
I really think I didn't care. I thought it was cool that they
I was just like,
progressed in something like that.
That's what they chose.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that they did it. Like, and I'm thinking it's really cool that they put something like that. Like, because, who cares at the end of the day? Whoever you're in, what you're in with, but who knows what they really are, but once again, I don't care. I thought it was still well done.
Like, I mean, I really don't care. Like,
yeah.
I was all about the action.
All I know is Bolin got married, and that's who I was rooting for. And,
Barry got married.
And, one of the things, Wu decided he wants to step down as the prince.
No more monarchy in the Earth Kingdom.
Yeah, it's going to be a government type of thing now, and Korra's going to help him. Yeah. That's very cool. Yeah. This season's been bittersweet. Bittersweet. What you think of the overall?
I like season 4 because it was tying things together.
Right.
But honestly, I like season 3 better.
Season 3 was very good.
I guess that's just me.
No. The finale to me, that season 3 finale, fight wise or choreography wise, is just wow.
Because I prefer the fighting through all the Avatar series.
But you learn a lot from this season.
Yeah.
More like psychological, personal lessons. Right. I think it was good season. They did another good one. It's sad to see the show go.
Yeah, it's sad to see it over.
But I guess we got to live with this. I mean, there's no more season after this. There's no more coming back.
Yeah.
Dang. I don't even know what to do with my life. What to do on a Friday night? What do you do? Oh yeah, you have a life.
I ain't ready for that.
I don't know.
I ain't ready for that.
I gotta look in the book to find that one. Yeah, so you guys been watching this with us from the first episode to now, and more content next week. I don't know what it's gonna be, but like I say every week, Tuesday, Thursdays, new video. So like, click, subscribe, share, do all the above, and see you next week. Mr. A Bars, I'm Awkward, and we see you guys later.
All right.
Bye.